hello Galactic family. Life is meant to be lived, and in order to do so, you need to use your human skills and abilities, which are different in each of you, and that is part of your human lives and learning experiences. With some people feeling very much in harmony on the same page, while with others, it often seems not to be a place where they can find and exchange meaningful ideas. And even with those with whom you feel most in harmony, there will be misunderstandings and confusion. However, these are not conflict situations unless you choose to make conflicts with others beyond them. They tend to do this when they are afraid, fearful of faults or inadequacies, perceiving themselves and for which they judge themselves negatively, sometimes quite harshly. As I have often said, being human can be very disturbing. You have chosen to experience separation from the source, and in doing so you have imposed severe limitations on yourself, which can be extremely frustrating as the interactions between you and others collapse due to misunderstandings or misinterpretations. Inwardly, they know that this is not how things should be. They have an inner but hidden memory that knows everything they want to know, and to be with or without it is intensely irritating and frightening, because consequently they often see themselves as incompetent and fear that others will also perceive and come to judge and reject them for cause of it. They need to remember that they are, have always been and will be children infinitely beloved of God, perfect in every way, because what God creates can only be perfect. What you see and identify as yourself is only a small fragment of the vastness of who you really are. Their human bodies are only small receptacles in which they've found a part or a very small aspect of themselves to allow them to experience separation, loneliness, abandonment. In doing so, they have chosen to severely limit their knowledge of who they are in reality. However, you were created perfect with joy, and although this knowledge is hidden from you in human form, everyone has a very deep longing to return to oneness with Source, eternal and natural status. This separation of part of themselves has developed the ego to help them survive in the physical realms. When they have released the right to use their bodies and all their skills and abilities, physical, mental and emotional, what they have done, they seem to have given up their powers, especially when their emotions flow wildly, driven by fear, panic or anger. However, definitely this is not the case. They can replace it, whenever they choose to do it, by moving away from the situation, pausing and observing it. Emotion will not dissipate immediately, but you will realize that you will not have to act, that there is a choice. Often they can choose to act, often irrationally, at the moment, because this behavior seems to satisfy them with an intense need. And this need is the need to be seen, recognized, honored, accepted and beloved. Of course you want to be loved because love is the nature of each one of you. Feeling unloved is extremely painful, and that is the feeling or feeling that separation provides in abundance. Most of you seek love in relationships with parents, siblings, friends, co-workers, sports team members, and life partners, but before you meet him in those who are with you, you must first seek him within you where he resides eternally. They are all love, and though they may find temporary solace in human relationships, they will only find solace, comfort, and long-term satisfaction in a human relationship when they discover the infinite abundance of love that resides within you. For most people, growing up is a time during which they experience many negative judgments and non-acceptance. People often need to be lovingly cared from the moment of physical birth and as they grow and develop, so that they can reveal or discover the love that resides within them that is hidden until lovingly awakened by close relatives. When this does not happen, they become hardened, pretending to themselves and others who have no needs, or choose to be hurt and needy victims, In fact, both facets tend to alternate within them depending on the situations in which they are. However, everyone is warned to warn them that they are spiritual beings. The material life of a person can never provide true satisfaction. No matter how much stuff you gather, be it material, toys, houses, cars, artwork, memorabilia that attracts someone, or emotional, admiration, adulation, respect, honors, which in the end will never be enough. The nature of all is love. The love of God with whom you are eternally one, and that the seeming lack of love, because I assure you that it only seems that He is lacking, that you experience consistently as human beings, is painfully terrible and terrifying. They built the illusion to experience it, yet they had no idea how painful it could be and would be. And the awakening they receive, though different to each of you, has always included the painful awareness that life as a human being is not and can never be enough. The love that all seek is permanently within you, so stop looking for it, go inside, stay still and allow it to embrace you. He will certainly do it if you allow Him to. Most of you have great difficulty in calming your minds enough to become aware of love, because yourselves are most vociferous in your efforts to convince them to focus fully on the physical environment that illusion supports. Patience is necessary, however. Its modern age is all about haste, about so much to be done in such a short time. However, in fact, very little needs to be done in a hurry. Meditating, contemplating, relaxing or unwinding is releasing the urge to hurry, and in doing so you find that you have enough time for everything that really needs to be done to ensure your healthy survival as a human. It is the anxieties that lead them to the development of diseases, physical, mental or emotional. Of course, they should never judge or blame themselves for illness. They are just more intense calls of awakening, to persuade them to enter where they have all they need to find peace, satisfaction and joy, love. And within, when they find love, it shines, and that glow that shines in you attracts others to you. Love is irresistible, but it is often confused with human and temporary love experiences that, as they do not last, can cause them pain and great suffering. Gather yourselves, be still, and allow love to embrace you, as you surely will. Then peace will envelop them, and that is when they will find that they have the strength and persistence to allow themselves to be the love they have sought. And when it does, your fears and anxieties will become much less demanding or intrusive, and you will deal much more easily with the problems and issues with which your human lives present you. And then you will see that these fears and anxieties, in fact, dissolved with love to guide them all the time. Your loving brother, Jesus.